sarje chuda sonje chona la chacho pando dane dage jezo angebe sona anje jula penjo sarje sarje chuda sonye chona la chancho pando dane japso dage jezo angebe sona anje rola penjo sarje sarje chuna sonye chuna la chancho pando dane japso dage jezo angebe sona rola penjo sarje semje dhamje dewa deve judan demba semje dhamje dungar dungar anje juda chawa Semche Dhamche Dungar Mebe Dewa Damba Semche Dhamche Nyera Chada Nida Dhave Tanya Chame Pala Nibar Yamse Chongwe Angudani Pema Joni Jisandra Korda Khandro Mambu Kenji Jesu Kenji Guru Abhima Sandi Chunji Ayanji Bhojana Tusa Sanji Kunji Angoni Rasa Churko Angosam Tonzambe Sari Lama Namla So Saje Ya Pujo Juja Medon Jira Linje Nyede Anjemba.
三
Sarje Jande Mede Pua Drogo Namda Jala Shomba Eda Rana Mandala Kandaya Antaya Yamo Semche Yanamje Samba Loe Chevda Cheta Checho Temo Tamba Chunye Korlo Kondo Damge Duji Sajiri Suno Janyeme Tubdeji Honjumba Sergil Humbo Taurjibi Shaki Gerbu Shavla Kubshan Sar Gumbol Drayan Devanda Tome Nyem Sholan Chuji Cha Chuchun Hawa Shilas Zamlin Jancho Namla Kubshan Sar Zamlan Tibi Janjun Chunyi Da Tujelon Tonyam Ben Tamgaya Natru Tambar Vibi Tishuji Kondi Shurkur Domen Honshin Chime was Shabla Kujan Sar Shipshakan Chindola Gypsy de Chime was a Yamter to Tendo was a Lonchenam Kinam Job Jingme Limbe Shabla Kujan Sar Maria Sangin Charam Yang Lacher Kunto Zambo Molam Nambrajan Shipsi Jarin Tenlin Zinzab Mipam Jamsu Shabla Kushan Sar Pame Tuxi Dorjip Dinjumye Trupi Namra Lira Lampikar Mantu Londarik Pi Hwarjib Jingme Pincho Shabla Kushan Sar Kamson Korwa Don Tunum Jimbe Sabjelam Yon Den Darchenba Nilu Rajar Tumbe Narjun Yeshi Manchu Shabla Kushan Sar Kunzan Dorsim Garab Shirasa Pema Kara Jembang Yushunga Sozor Namnyatir Tunjarsas Katir Lama Namla Kushan Sar Kandab Shoshu Tongun Jidina Desalomar Jurwa Kansata Under Tumbi Shuji Sharmim Simbranduba Deda Thamche Darshashi Namoria Tambal Hai Gadala Dano Jinke Trum Danami Kenam Dan Doa Kunji Derkesism Tamche Get the Chujan to Jurji. Again in English. May all beings enjoy happiness and the causes of happiness. May all be free from suffering and the causes of suffering. May all beings never be apart from the supreme bliss which is free of all suffering. May all sentient beings live in great equanimity, free from the attachment and aversions that kept some close and the other distant. May all beings enjoy happiness and the causes of happiness. May all be free from suffering and the causes of suffering. May all beings never be apart from the supreme bliss which is free of all suffering. May all sentient beings live in great equanimity, free from the attachment and aversions that kept some close and other distant. May all beings enjoy happiness and the causes of happiness. May all be free from suffering and the causes of suffering. May all beings never be apart from the supreme bliss which is free of all suffering. May all sentient beings live in great equanimity, free from the attachment and aversions that kept some close and the other distant. Okay, so we are going to explanations further from yesterday, the 12th link of interdependent originations. So we're going to explanation. There's two stages: outer interdependent originations and internal interdependent originations. We have gone the first section, so we're going on the second internal of interdependent originations. So these again can division into this 12 links: the link of ignorance, link of karmic formation, link of consciousness, link of name and form, the link of contact, link of feeling, link of craving, link of grasping, link of existence, link of birth, and link of old aging and death. So we have gone the first 10 stages. So now today we are going on the 11th link, the interdependent origination of birth. Because we mentioned the 10th link, the existent, already the very strong cause and the conditions to repent the existent or the becoming already completed, because by the ignorance plants the seed of karma on the field of mind or consciousness. So, and then as there's the conditions that needed to germinating the seedling by the power of craving, grasping, these two is like water and the fertilizer. So as these two already complete, this the first cause and conditions strongly completed. So therefore, it's already just their start to germinate the seed. That is the existent I mentioned you. So as this existent, we can also division into there's two difference. One is the projecting, or the projecting, and one is projected. So this is the aspect of the projecting existent. That's why I'm says from the result name we name it to the of the causes, to the cause. So that is existent. And therefore, if when they needed the cause conditions completed, and then it's just emitted next birth, the projected existent or the real birth is performing and the 11th link of birth. So can born again in the samsara, because it's the previous karma delusions, or is the of the circulation of samsara, the branches of the cause conditions to the samsara. So this birth must be in the samsara. But where we are born in this next rebirth, in the desire realm, form realm, or in the formless realm, that is, I mentioned yesterday, will depend to the what is your strong karma, and which is the conditions of the craving and the grasping. We mentioned to you yesterday clearly. So, in case if the karma is as a positive, more strong, and the conditions, the craving and the grasping also as to the of grasping to the external sense pleasures object of the course level, and then this is meant is we have the grasping to the craving and the grasping to the of desire realm, the external of the sense pleasures object attachment to the of external object, so therefore leading us into of desire realm. But your virtue, that the karma is contaminated, karma is mainly the power from the virtues, so therefore you will be reborn again in the higher and the human realm or God realms, for example. And then if this karma is unfortunately created, the negative is more strong, and on top is the projecting the achieving the conditions of the craving and the grasping to the anger, jealous, hatred, harmful thought mind, harming mind, so on, holding wrong views, so forth, or those kind of emotions leading, and then immediate next rebirth, unfortunate three low realms of the desire realm, So anyway, in case if we're born in the human realm, for example, the birth, we can say, well, not necessarily have to in the human, but anyway, we're born in this maybe desire realm, and then it's maybe its next rebirth is the form realm, because you're projecting karma is unmutable, immovable karma is more strong, and then is the craving and the grasping to the of the internal sense pleasures of the meditative concentrations over and over, and then it's just immediate next rebirth, reborn in the higher and the form or formless realm. Anyway, is this birth, the 11th link of birth, we invariably can division into there's three types of different kind of birth. Can being who born from the, but there are four types of different kind of birth. From the womb, from the egg, from the heat and moisture, and by the power of the miracle. There's four possibilities. Sentient beings born under the samsara, being who born in the formless realm, or being who unfortunately reborn in the bottom of the hell realm, and they are miraculously born, not from womb, not from the egg, not from the heat and moistures, but miraculously, the miracle power they're born. And then the bardo beings, also intermediate state of existence, are also born by the miracle, not from womb, not from egg, not from the heat and moistures. And then some of the hungry ghost beings also can be born sometimes as a miracle, like harmful spirit, harming the demons, or some, they are born miraculously as possibilities. And then even a human being also is possible, sometimes born from miracle power, like Guru Masamba as a human being, but he was born in the miracle power, the miracle power, he born in the lotus flower, not from womb, egg, so forth, so on. That's possible. And then from the womb, the birth from the beings from birth from the womb, that's a human beings. More than 99% is we are born from mother's womb, and then other so many animals also can be born from mother's womb. So it's and then any kind of some of the another the 6 realm beings as most can be born from mother's womb. Birth from possibilities from womb, and then some can born from the heat and moisture. So many insects, small tiny insect is they born from the power of the only heat and moistures, not from womb and not from egg, but just heat and moistures they can born. And then even some of human beings, very rare, but his story and the firmer some of the some is the beings, the human beings are born from the heat and moisture. For example, the first lineage, Shakyamuni, Shakya family lineage, the first one is from, says, born on the heat and moistures, for example. And then it can be born as the third possibilities from the egg. So this we can see so many animals, also the bird, most of those birds and insect, also many insect and many birds can born from the egg. And then it's not only, and then some of the spread, some demons, some nagas, some the spread also beings can be born from the egg. Even as a human being, some human beings is possible born from the eggs. The king of Ngalina and king of from some the story they're born from the egg. It's a possibility. This also. So therefore, there's 4 tips. And briefly is the classification. There's different kind of the birth comes from. And briefly is these 4 tips. That's the birth, the link of a birth. Okay. And then, if completed the 11th link of a birth, and then what is the last one, or the 12th link of interdependent origination of the aging and death. This is 2 different aspects. What we contain into one link, this both, all the aging, getting the aging, and the death are 2 different aspects only, but we can contain into this one interdependent of this 12th. That is the 12th, last one. But why we division the 2 different aspects? Because the essence is the same point, meaning the death and the old aging. Getting the aging order, because the impermanence depend. The impermanence can be division into, and briefly there's 2 different kind of categories, which is the coarse level impermanence of continuity and subtler level impermanence of reality. So the coarse level impermanent of continuity, that is the easiest to recognize better even ordinary people's perception, because the change from the birth and to the aging of the young adult and the old, and then is the end is that they will dead will be ceasing and stopping the continuity. So we can see there's big changes, this coarse level impermanence. Like 4 seasons, spring season, winter season, is totally very different. Everything's, we can see big change, This all is coarse level, the continuity, the coarse level impermanence of the continuity is change, So for example, the 4 stages I mentioned to you, the creation stages, the stages of the creation stage, abiding stage, disintegration stage, and explosed the wilderness stage. This is very big changes, like kalpas, So these kind of changes we can see very easy. And the death is also one of kind of like this, the coarse level impermanence or continuity, because birth after death is 100%, sooner or later will be existent. That is a big change from the birth, or from the life. Will be exhaustion. So that is a death. It's a big, the coarse level change. But now questions why everything's, including the compounded phenomena, was impermanent of the continuity, because that is rely on the or depend on the of the reality, the coarse level impermanence, the gross level impermanence of the continuity relying or dependent to the of the reality impermanence, the subtle impermanence. If subtle reality is permanent of nature, the of phenomena or nature is permanent, then it's not possible. The gross level continuity impermanence is not possible. If there is existent the coarse level impermanent of continuity, but these valid cognitions follow this logic, you can judge to that the subtle impermanence of the reality. If things are something is related to the impermanence of subtle the reality, and that is will be bring the coarse level impermanence of continuity. So that is the subtle reality impermanence is at the fundamental of the phenomena impermanence. So that is why it's a different aspect, but contained into one interdependent origination of this, the 12th, only one and different aspect. So because every phenomena nature is momentarily change, moment by moment is change. Not only our life, not only our birth, but everything's, even the very, we can see this, the earth, the moon, the sun, the stars, all these, the universe of the galaxies. At the moment, we believe very much that is very permanent, something very stable, something is very undestructible, something that is our nature feeling, but that is not true. Actually, these all the compounded phenomena, including but these I mentioned the great four stages, the creation stage, abiding stage, disintegration stage, and the wordness stage, have to including but these four great stages. So why is the every phenomena including by these four stages? The reason, because it's the impermanence of the subtle impermanence reality momentarily by momentarily, moment by moment changing everything. So cannot be existent more longer than one moments of the appearances phenomena are. At the spontaneously can be ceasing when there appears the first the moments, and then spontaneously to be ceasing or change into a next moment appears there, and that moments and then into of the appearances of the third moments, the continuity. So make us illusion object. The continuity is actually is illusion object of continuity. There cannot be existent the continuums, but we have misunderstanding from the illusion, because we are apprehending to continuity holding as one things, one string, one continuity is something existent but not true, because we feel like this world is can existent maybe billions years, we say, past and present and future together we holding say billions years, kalpas we say. And then is even is there's the one of these kalpa also is created so many years, and then the past object of the years of past, present, and future object of years we holding together says many years, hundreds of years. And then even is one things of the object when we recognize that is truly existent in the 1 year, but that means also we holding together the object of the past month and the object coming of future object and the object of the present moment, holding together of these three terms, and then we say 1 years existent that. And then in this way even 1 month is the past week and future week and present week, so we holding together, and that is says 3 weeks or 1 month. And then this week also is past day, last day, and coming tomorrow, and today is this holding three times together, and then we say believe that is these things are existent in 3 days, we can say. And then these 1 days, the things of the existent of in the 1 day, these also the past hour 1 hour, and the last hour, and the next hour, and this present hour, 3 hours together. We say that's 3 hours existent, and then same can division into 1 hours, the last minute, and the 30 minutes future, and the present minutes, 1 minute, and present moment at the 3 minutes together. We say about the existent during 3 minutes of the object and subject active itself of 3 spheres. And then again is this the object of 1 minute, the duration of 1 minute of object. Again we can division into as the moment, the last moment, minutes, and future moments, minutes, and present minutes, moments. These are the 3 minutes together. And then even this object and subject active the 3 spheres of appearances in the 1 minute. Again we can division into is the moment. So the moment, so past moment, present moment, and future moment of object. That we understand is as much you can division into a division into the subtle and subtle. And the end, what you found is only all the compounded phenomena could be existent only 1 second, second moments only. That is the reality of the conventional truth. This is conventionally existent only one moment, both the object, subject, act itself. Of course, our life, but phenomenon, this earth. So in this logic, we can understand all the phenomena are only one edge. There are no different edges. Everybody's same. Our edge and the earth is same, because both are can exist, and the reality is only is one second moments. 1 moment. That is the object and subject itself. Cannot be more longer existent than that. So if you say something can be existent more longer, that means is permanent. If something permanently existent, that cannot destroy, never, cannot change whenever, is not possible. Cannot birth, but cannot death. Cannot come the death, cannot come the birth. If something is permanently existent, but you couldn't find anything, you couldn't find even one single atom, cannot find in the permanent way. So everything is impermanence, so changeable. So this is the point means the edge, edging, the old edging. We say order and order and order. We say 1 or 3, 1 hour old, and then it's the 1 day old, 1 month old, 1 year old. Means is we collected this illusion mind, the past and object, present object, future object, holding, gathering, and then is better mentally. We says, this is 100 years or billions years old, but cannot. That's illusion. That's really totally like illusion, magic. It's not true. Past is past already, cannot existent in the present moment. Future not yet existent, cannot existent in the present moment. So still we are holding together of these 3 terms. That is illusion. That's not true. So that's elusive. That's not true. That is the deluded, actually deluded mind. So in this way, as the why, as the death is 100% will be sooner or later coming after birth, because birth nature is momentarily change. That is. So since we just born in the after mother's the womb, just moments cannot be, of course, longer. The life cannot be longer anymore, but even cannot stable and there. So it's just born in moments, and then momentarily closer to the death, which means it's shorter and shorter our life. If average once of the human lifetime, so if it's 70 years old, and then means is if you're passing 1 hour shorter your life, means is the momentarily. So that is the edge. All the edge means gradually collecting about this momentary and hours, weeks, months, years, and then is the real, the course level impermanence of continuity. You can see, oh, this person is very old, but this old is not suddenly swiftly appears there. As the momentarily we collected the sense once born, still, and this edge is coming. So this is very clear. But so therefore, is the end is death, 100%. So the end is the death. You cannot stop death. No, that's the reality of this contaminated phenomena and the contaminated of aggregates. So we connecting these two different aspects is into one link, old age and death. So that is true of link interdependent of origination. No matter where we are born in the human, the desire realm or formless realm, but it's momentarily changed. This is the same. Both including the impermanence of subtler reality and the coarse level impermanence of the changeable, the coarse impermanence of the continuities, both can be. Even formless realm, same. The nature is same. The aging and the death. Means is there transferred into next rebirth when they pass away. And then that's the samsara, the nature. So anyway, when they were born on this samsara, and then is with the contaminated fiber aggregates or the aggregates is there. So this birth with the aggregates is as the fundamental. The birth is the basics of sufferings. The coming further, the coming many various different kind of the classifying many different of sufferings and the many different of the faults placed on this birth, the object of the birth, because we are born in samsara. Beda power interdependent to the of the ignorance, karma, delusions, so forth. So therefore, as even in the human is a higher human is the fortune realm, but still, of course, with the suffering of suffering, like birth, suffering of old age, suffering of illness, with suffering with of death. This is very great, four kind of different great sufferings. Nobody cannot far away for this. If born in the human realm, even human. Not only these four, but then another many different observation. But say the suffering of sufferings, what you like, you couldn't get. And the suffering is with what you doesn't want, you couldn't stop. For example, so many. That's the nature. And then suffering of change, that is in the higher fortune realms, because you have fortune realm as you have more chance, temporary experiencing happiness, enjoyment, a healthy life, long life, or good harmony, so many things. What do you have any something is the pleasing feeling, pleasingness, some feeling. If you have chance to experience it, that will be change, because including of samsara, because that's including the component phenomena will be changed sooner or later. So therefore, if change arising happy, remaining happy, but will ceasing and suffering, that means suffering will change. And then there's all pervasive suffering is that the fundamental of the samsara. The bottom of hell realm beings and the peak of existent beings belongs to the of these the all pervasive sufferings. That is because the contaminated aggregates is there. Fully repent result, the aggregates is the contaminated aggregates is there. If contaminated aggregates is as there, that is the fundamental of the suffering, the suffering of change. Because is that contaminated aggregates is momentarily change. So this momentary nature is the all-pervasive suffering. So this can pervasive samsara, all. But that the subtle impermanence, the suffering of subtle impermanence is ordinary people cannot perceiving directly. This is a hidden phenomena, or this is a hidden perception object. So therefore, ordinary people can understand better, follow the logic, perfect logic and perfect reasoning and judgment to the of the valid cognitions. Then you understand, you can accept. And the Arya beings, noble beings, they're the wisdom and they can understand directly not only understand, they can experience or the all pervasive sufferings. But ordinary people only need to follow the logic and the valid cognitions. Then we can understand. This is like hitting the impermanence, the reality. So anyway, that is the samsara, the birth. and the age and death. So now these two of link interdependent origination, one circulation to complete one times of these two of link interdependent origination takes, there's two possibilities, takes time to completion the one circle of these two of link interdependent. Is there's two possibilities. Means is during two different lifetimes. Can one circulation of two link interdependent to complete during during two lifetimes and during the three lifetimes. There's two possibilities. For example, the three lifetimes. During the three lifetimes, can circulation one complete of these two of link interdependent. Past life, our past life, the ignorance is there, of course. Ignorance have no beginningless. So, farmer like the ignorance is, but the ignorance of our past life created karma, the karmic formations, no matter positive, negative, or unmutable, but it is created. And then if the past life, that during the moments with the ignorance, they created the karma, and must be karma is stored on the mind, on the consciousness. So therefore the projecting consciousness is there, the link of the projecting, the aspect of the projecting consciousness is already existent. So these three link existent or completed in during the past life, last life, for example. And then is this karma repent fully result is in this life. Means is there will be bring as the from the name and the form, we know in the mother's womb, a name and a form, and then is the fourth link, and then is the fifth link. The sixth sense sources will be grow up from this form and name performing, and then a contact is coming, the link of contact, and then is the link of feelings and performing in this life, performed on this life, and feeling is there, and then is craving is there, and then is grasping is there, So, and then if the craving and the grasping is there, we can see now, everybody we have now as a craving, and the link of craving, and the link of grasping. So if now it's because it's a seed already there sown, and then is the actual causes for future birth, seed already planted by the ignorance, on the of your best of all, by the of seed of karma, and then is the conditions like water, and the fertilizer, like the craving and the grasping is here. So therefore they already decided to perform just immediate next rebirth, the existent. So in this life, so these three lifetimes now, the two of link, and during the two lifetimes, very from the ignorant until existent, complete these two lifetimes during two life, and the rest now is the last two, the birth and old age and the death. It's because it's already completed the very strong power of the existent, the projecting existent is here, and then is when after we pass away, and then is the projected existent is coming, will be coming, performed. Means the birth, next birth is coming, next life is a birth. If then just born there, and then the death is 100%, the age is 100%, the agings. So this means is during three lifetimes, past life and present life and future life, these two one times of the circulation, the two of link interdependent origination to complete during three lifetimes. But this does not mean this during three lifetimes means not necessarily have to complete just immediate the preceding, the past life, and just immediate next rebirth, future life, and the present of these three. Not only this, I'm just saying during 3 lifetimes. So these during 3 lifetimes can be maybe the past life is not only just immediate the last life. Maybe it's hundreds before we have created with ignorance, karma, and stored the imprint on your consciousness, projecting consciousness. But between there is passing the 12 link, another 12 link, interdependent, many lifetimes over and over, yet not repented the first one. So, and then maybe it's 100 years, and the lifetime after, and 100 lifetime, and then is repent results in this life maybe. And then is future means also not necessarily have to just immediate next rebirth. But as it can be, there's many different mixture, difference, because the 12 link is they have no beginning, no end, the circulation. But we're talking only is the order way, one circulation, the clockwise. But that does not mean is the samsara is completely will be exhaustion when they finish one this circulation. That is lucky, everybody, but that's not the case. It's mixture of these 12 link. That is why I say link of interdependent origination. One is, for example, in this birth, or the life of this birth, this aging, and this death is the 12th link, right? We have having now going experiencing of already we have experienced of the birth. So now we're going on the experiencing of the 11th already there. So as a 12th is the aging and death is now we are going. But does not mean we are ending of this 12 link interdependent completely. Not. Because on this life, already we started, since we born after mother's birth, and we start, the ignorance is there. So therefore we already created the karma, so many different positive, negatives during the past 20 years, 30 years already. And therefore this stored on the stream, your mind. So it's the projecting consciousness is there, the link already. So now we are on top is the conditions of the craving and the grasping is also. So now already prepared the projecting existent for future birth. The next another birth already we completed. The needed cause conditions already. So therefore this birth, this death is from past projecting karma achieving. But we already created and there's some cause and conditions for future birth already. So we can find the border, That's like in the jail. Some is the punish to you. It says, oh, you must be need to in the spending in the prison as 20 years, say. But that does not mean it's 100% sure you will be liberated. You will be releasing from the prison, and at the end of 20 years, because it depends your action in the jail, And also possibility you will be early to the release, have chance to releasing from the jail if you have good action. But if you have better action, then you can creating again the faults in the person, and then it's on the 20 years. Maybe you need to add again 10 years more, because you have missed it something inside of in the jail. But if you cannot change your actions, then maybe you cannot free never from the jail, because you over and over is the add on top of this, the wrong misdeed actions. So whole life is end up spending in the prison. Same. Samsara is like person, So how we liberate will be samsara is depend on one's own action from body, speech, and heart. If you start to change right action, from the wrong into the right, and then you have chance to liberation of this cyclic existent of samsara like person. But ours, we are going on the wrong misdeed actions or contaminated collection of the contaminated karma and delusions, and then they have no begin, of course, but even have no ending. Endless travel. That is we say korwa, Tibetan word we say korwa. Korwa is literally on English cyclic existent. That's samsara, Sanskrit language, samsara. Cyclic because these two have link interdependent origination. So that's 3 times. The 3 lifetimes can be 1 circulation, and the 2 lifetimes can be also as a to complete 1 circle of these 12 link interdependent. The first 3 is same. The previous time, the previous life, ignorance, karma, and the karma stored on the projecting consciousness. These 3 already, and then the rest other 7 is on this life, because name and form already we had was from Bardo and mother's womb already, name and form, and then is the sense sources is there, completed already, and contact is there, feeling is there. We had experienced and going every day, feeling, craving, grasping, existent, and birth, reborn in this realm already. So death is coming, aging we are on now. So this means is during 2 lifetimes to completion 1 circulation of these possibilities, the 12 link interdependent of origination, So anyway, that teach us to understand what is means samsara, why ascending beings foolishly wandering into the samsara, sense from beginningless time. Why? If somebody asks, then you need to find the right answers from these 12 link interdependent origination. If you have very clear certainty, convictions from this logic reason, and then you can find the answers, very correct answers to those who want to know what is a reincarnation, what is samsara, what is circular, is reborn and sense beginningless, why? Then you must be to find from the answers and this conviction of to understanding the 12 link interdependent origination. That's the clock way, samsara, or the other way of this 12 link. In the text that says, Margyo na lungjong the garme korter gun meshet, Marg dona look dot dendon number jenidrup. So which means is, if the ignorance is as there, completely existent, and by these performing and next stages continuously of the 11 links, like spark, the stick fire stick, and the net when we plying a train very fast, and then you can see 1 circle, a red ring, you can see there, but actually it's not really 1 circle ring there, only one point. Actually, the nature of this fire spark is only 1 point you can see, but is at the moment it's very fast training, the circulation very fast, then you illusorily your physical, the eye faculties make elude it, and then you see there's 1 circle ring, the red ring. But which is begin, which is the end, which is the middle, you can't see, you can't find. Continuously you can see one circle only. Same like this samsara, we training cyclically existent like 1 circle, illusorily, foolishly, better delusion and better karma. So therefore, in the Buddha's first teaching, the 4 noble truths, it's the noble truth of suffering, and then he taught the noble truth of origination. These first 2, same point, meaning the 12 link interdependent, or the 12 link of interdependent clockwise. So, what is the noble truth of suffering? Noble truth of suffering, point meaning is here in the among these 12 link. You can see these 12 link. We say, Marik Selin Sam Numon, the shit Spanyan lay, Hamadan Bodungartes. That means is the ignorance, link of ignorance, link of a karmic formation. Sorry, no, I miss. The link of the ignorance, and the link of craving, link of grasping. These are the three is the origination of delusion. The noble truth, the origination of delusion. And then is that means is the karmic formation, the link of karmic formation, and the link of existent. These are the two link we continue into the one link, which is the link of karma, the origination of karma. So these five is the Buddha's noble truth of origination, the origination of karma and the origination of delusion. So why we say origination? That is but these five originated to the of samsara, the false samsara and the suffering of samsara. So it's a noble truth of suffering and noble truth of origination. What is the origination? And from these two of link, we need to understand this. The first, 8th, and 9th is as the delusion, origination of delusion. And then is the 2nd and the 10th. So these two is the karma, origination of karma as a gathering. That is the origination of the suffering of samsara. So therefore the resting exception of these five and then is other 7 is as the noble truth of suffering. That is the noble truth of suffering. But does not mean should be everything. These 7 is as the suffering, but we need to understand the point meaning of suffering. One is real nature suffering. One is just fundamental of suffering. So we can continue into the two different aspects into one. Say suffering, noble truth of suffering. Like the birth, link of birth, link of old aging and death. That is a reality, the nature suffering. Naturally you can feel. That's the nature suffering. But the other is just fundamental of suffering, like name and form, for example. The 5 aggregates is not suffering. Nature is not suffering. But the 5 contaminated continuity, contaminated aggregates is as the fundamental of suffering, the basics of suffering. Why we are having sick? Because it have no good balance of these aggregates form, and they're sick, for example. Why we suffering of aging, old aging? Because the contaminated aggregates is changing. So on and so forth. So we can see some is the nature suffering of these seven link, some the resting of the 7 link suffering. Some is the real nature suffering. Some is just fundamental of suffering. So therefore, together we say that is noble truth of suffering. So these first two noble truth of these two of link interdependent origination. And in this case, we can now these two of link interdependent origination. In brief, we can say we can concentrate into the of these two of link into the four types different categories, or 4 types link, or 4 types branches of the two of link into the 4, with division into the 4, which means is 2 causes and 2 effect, the 2 pairs of the division, the 2 pairs of cause and effect, which means 2 cause and 2 effect, which is projecting cause and projected result, effect. That's 1. Other 2 is achieving cause and achieved result. So now which is projecting, which is achieving, for example, from this 2 of link interdependent origination. The first 3 So the first three, ignorance, karmic formation, and projecting consciousness. These are the three is projecting cause. Projecting cause. And then is the further continuously from this fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh name and form, sense sources, contact, and feeling. So these four is the projected effect from the projection. So these two cause and effect, they're related, interdependent, linking each other. The cause, first three is cause, projecting cause, and the next four link is the projected result. So these connections is a cause and effect of projecting and projected. Okay. Now is the rest further continuously is the 8th, 9th, and the 10th, which is craving, grasping, and exiting. These are the three is achieving cause. And then the rest, last two, birth, aging, and death. That is achieved result. So no, because before the projecting, and then is there already the seed is sown on there, and they will be performing the projected, but how can we be performing the projected result? It depends to the achieving, the achieving cause. But achieving cause, how can performing achieved result is it depend connected to the projected result and achieved result. Projected effect and achieved result, they have connected each other. Cause and conditions, substantial cause and the favorable conditions. So therefore, these two of link interdependent, we can division into in brief way as the four kind of different branches or four kind of different links. Link of cause and link cause and effect. Four. Okay. And then again these four, more in brief, we can division into three different aspects or three different links, including the 12 link into the three. That I mentioned to you, the noble truth of origination and noble truth of the suffering. There's three, we can see clearly, which is three means the link of delusion, and the link of karma, and the link of suffering. So, as that means is that I mentioned already the first, 8th and 9th. So these three is as the delusion I mentioned before, and then is the craving, grasping, and exitant is as the not exitant. This is the of the Marx and so sorry, not as mistake. The second, the karmic formation, the exitant, the 10th. These two is the karma. And then these two is the delusion and the karma, and the rest is suffering. Again, the result of suffering. So it's three. Finally, these two are linked, interdependent. We can condense into the of three aspect. And then these three again, finally, is we easy understand only two aspect, cause and causes, and aspect of results. That is because karma and delusion both is as cause, and the result is the same. The seven links are the result. So only cause and effect. So these are the Buddhism traditional philosophy. Every phenomena of this samsara, outer, inner, or the vessels, and the inner, the essence of beings, and outer vessels of the world are originated by the interdependently, cause and effect. That is interdependent between cause and effect. Without cause cannot be exigent automatically the effect, not possible. Even you cannot say effect, because effect it means is because affected the performed from the compounded to the of cause condition. That is we say effect, So therefore, without cause condition cannot be exigent is sub of effect, not possible. If there's no possible exigent effect, then it's no possible the causes. But we can see, we can experience directly the effect. Therefore, cause is there also. So this is only Buddhist philosophy to explain, because some, of course, any another traditions or even the scientists, they can explanation some things with the cause and the effect relationships, but not all phenomena. Only Buddhism traditions can say all the phenomena are originated by the interdependently. That is the pervasive, the pervasion promise. If something exigent in the samsara could be interdependently, that is only Buddhism tradition. Okay, so others they stay confusing. Some they still believe some things independently exigent, but no possible, and everything's interdependently exigent, but no possible independently. But some things they believe is the other traditions they believe is independently exigent. So that is why I'm saying that's only Buddhism, the definition of these explanations. So, but is that very logical, very reasoning? The truth, that's very truth. If you judge more, if you research more, follow the perfect logic, perfect reasoning, and use your excellent analyticals, you can more clear the certainty will be performing on your heart. That is undeceptive knowledge, actually. That's very truth. But important to know, because that's our situation. That's our life. We need to know what is the reality, definition of our life. We need to know. Because we need to prepare many things, what is good to benefit, to keeping, what is necessary abandoning because for harming for us. We need to know our reality, our life, our reality. So anyway, that is clockwise, the first two noble truth. Suffering and noble truth of origination, these two of link interdependent. And then the anti-clockwise, or the reverse order, reverted, and then is nirvana is coming, liberation is coming, enlightenment mind is coming. From this logic, if you could understand clearly, logically the clockwise of the samsara, then there no need to doubt the liberation. For liberation, have no doubt, because it's anti-clockwise. You can see now, which means is in the text say marikdo na lukdo to dendon number chenito, which means is because if ignorance is as cause from the ignorance causes comes of the karmic formations, we can see this is clockwise. So now anti-clockwise means is formed of the cessation of ignorance and performing the cause, the comes of the cessation of karmic formation, cessation, the stopping. That's anti-clockwise, very clear. As if you can stop the ignorance, then there's no logic, no reason automatically appears of the karmic formations. Cannot, because it's like they have no farmer and cannot plant the seed. Something like that. This already we know clearly. So therefore, there's no, if you can stop ignorance from the ceasing of ignorance, the stopping of the cessation of the ignorance causes and comes the cessation of karmic formation. And that means is then, if possible, this then is the karmic, the cessation of karmic formations performing and the cessation of consciousness. And from the cessation of consciousness, and then is the performing the causes of the cessation of name and form. And then, if possible, the cessation of a name and the form, the cessation of a name and a form, and then it will be causes or comes of the contact, so forth. That's the next stage, continuously coming. Then the end, what we understand is that there's possible the form of the cessation of a birth, and then is the causes of the cessation of death, the aging and death, very clear. So this is the anti-clock way, or reverse order way. So these 12 aspects of the anti-clock way is the truth. Liberation, the truth part of liberation. That is anticeptive aspect of the 12 aspect of anticeptive to liberation, the anti-clock way. So therefore now, if somebody want to freedom from the suffering of birth, suffering of death, so many various different kind of suffering of the change and this all pervasive suffering, then this is very clear. Everybody can experiencing actually the first two sufferings on this body. So now how can we stop? Is it possible? Yes, possible, but we need to stop the ordinary birth. Ordinary birth, which means is we need to born under freely. If you want to freedom from suffering, you must be born in samsara and freely. But if you born from the interdependently to the force of delusions, karmas, then you have no freedom. Therefore, you have no chance to stop of the sick, ill, age, death, so forth. So many difference. If you need to avoiding the ordinary's birth, then you need to avoid the ordinary's existent, the link of existent. If you want to stop existent, you need to stop the grasping. If you want to free from grasping, you must be stop of the craving. If you want to free craving, then you need to stop of the feeling, so forth. And then continuously back and to, then finally you want to free from the karma, because karma is the root of samsara, the suffering of samsara. We need to stop the karma, the formation, the karmic formations. If you want to free from karmic formation, then no many options. Only you need to avoid ignorance. Ignorance is the root. That is why ignorance is at the root, fundamental of samsara, or the two of link, interdependent. So there are no many options, only one possibilities to liberation, only to destroy the cause, the root of ignorance. That is the way to liberation of this cyclic existent. Otherwise, you can damage little bit, you can destroy the coarse level of the karma, the negative karma, and the coarse level of delusions, better of the temporary the antidote of like meditation, compassion, loving kindness, meditation of the samadhi meditation, something like, as the positive emotions can destroy a little bit of the coarse level karma and coarse level delusions, but you couldn't cut the root of, because ignorance is the root, but ignorance cannot destroy, even compassion cannot. So therefore now how can we cut the root of ignorance? That is a question. We mentioned you need to understand the definition of what is ignorant. It means is misconception, misunderstanding. Misunderstanding to the of self and phenomena. Have no self, existent inherently, but we apprehending to self is existent inherently. That is misconception. So therefore now what is the direct antidote of to the misconception mind? Misunderstanding mind. The contrary. It's understand. We need to understanding. You need to understand. Bear your intellectual, intelligent mind, investigation, analyticals, and bear the logic, bear the valid cognitives, to find the reality, truth. What is truth? Is selflessness is as the truth. Selflessness of phenomena, the emptiness of phenomena are truth. So this truth you need to understand the better logic of interdependent, better logic of so many logics in the Madhyamika teachings. we talk to found the to realization selfless self and selflessness phenomena emptiness. So the wisdom mind, the discrimination mind, descriptive mind is the antidote of the ignorance and the delusion mind or confusion mind, So when you have found the right antidote to cut the ignorance misconception, when you will be understanding the reality is a selflessness, emptiness, then you need to practice, you need to meditate, become more familiar and habituated about this realization. Then you will be directly not only understanding, not only experiencing generality meaning emptiness, but you will be realization, true nature, selflessness. That means you already destroyed the root of samsara. Already you controlled the ignorant. You already caught better wisdom to cut the root of ignorant. So then again mentioned to you, if you cutting ignorant, then that means you cannot collect up the contaminated karma. If it's not accumulated karma, and then it's no projecting consciousness. If there's no projecting, and then there's no projected consciousness, the link. And then there's no possible is a name and a form next link. If no possible is the performing of the profound of the no possible, the name and form, and then extra continuously till even no birth. Then you can stop ordinary birth, and then you can stop ordinary suffering of age and death, so forth. But does not mean we are disabled totally. You can stay born in the samsara again and again till emptying samsara, but that is only is better benefit, the better power of your wisdom, great perfection, wisdom, selflessness, self and phenomena, the wisdom, emptiness, recognition, emptiness, and great method of compassion, this union power. So that is, you have freedom. That birth is freely, nicely, kindly, you can be born in samsara for benefit other sentient beings. So that even you born in samsara, but you will be freedom from the faults and suffering of samsara, like lotus flower blossoming from the mud, murky water, but as petals free from the mud and dirty water. Same like that. That's a manifestation. That's real, or that's extraordinary reincarnation, reincarnated into samsara freely. So that means you will be achievement state of nirvana. That is the last two noble truth of the four Buddha's first teaching. Noble truth of cessation and noble truth of path. So the anti-clockway of these two of link, interdependent origination, you can understand the last two noble truth, cessation and noble truth of path. So what is the noble truth of path? Now, if you know, is the two from the ceasing the cessation of ignorance is at the cause of the cessation of karma, so on. That is the path, better wisdom mind to understand. And then what happened is the cessation. The noble truth of cessation is will be coming finally. You can stop of the ordinary birth. The two of link, interdependent of ordinary. Better path of primordial wisdom to understand of this, clockway, anti-clockway, the nature, law of cause and effect, realization and the nature, better wisdom and so forth. That's the path. Anyway, and briefly, compassion and wisdom, the union, practice compassion and pure compassion, pure wisdom is as the path of liberation, the noble truth of path. So, wisdom, compassion, we need to understand clockway, anti-clockway of these two of link, interdependent. Then you will be free from the self-grasping. And then you will be free from the ignorance, delusions, karmas. When you will be freedom from delusions, karmas, that means you will be free from the effect of suffering. That is cessation. The ultimate is cessation. Noble truth of cessation. So therefore, this last two noble truth, cessation is of the understanding the anti-clockway of these two of link, interdependent origination. So that is the four noble truth. The two of link, interdependent the 12th link of Interdependent Origination in brief introduced to you in these 3 days. So I hope most of you little bit have understand having the outline how this is, we are training cyclic existent samsara from beginningless. But samsara have no begin generally, but personally have ending, will be have end. This also you can understand from now in these 2 of link interdependent. Why have no begin generally, but as individually could be is the ending. Because when you found the antidote to cut the root of ignorance, that is the end. So ignorant and delusion karma is not the reality of mind. That is not nature of our mind. Just circumstantially, at the moments, sooner or later we become separate because that is not nature of mind. Our nature mind is primordial wisdom and primordial compassion. That is the nature of Buddha nature, pervading equally all sentient beings. So the red antidote, red posture, the potential is there, existent, So therefore, it cannot be so much long, or this endlessly cannot existent because circumstantially appears. So each sentient beings have the power, potential power to liberation sooner or later, because this reality is the Buddha nature is there. So obscurations just obscured by the temporary moments. Even comes same beginningless term, but can will be end when you find the antidote. So this is the logic and the reason, the proofs how we can understand samsara is false, suffering, no freedom, foolishly wandering in samsara. And also we understand is how possibilities to liberation, and Buddha said nirvana is as peace. Why is nirvana is peace? What does means nirvana? What is enlightenment mind? So very, very important to know this clover and the anti-clover of this 2 link interdependent. So that is our teaching complete. So anybody, if you have any questions? All right, so we're going to dedication prayer. Shirga nanchi parno chubai sebi zoli drowa shu andeda tusa derwa geza chenye samba go majur semje dhamje la sanje thobi gyurgo jampa bao chedar Anchemba da kundu sambo deya devje deda gonje jise dalo che gewa deda tamche rabde tu sa shambe gyarwa tamche anji ngo chode ngamba dage ge sawa ande gonja zambo shoje rabde ngor dorje chanje menje ne trenje save lama ayanje drove tonde amolo kanda Damje Daje Andrepajo Shewa Yakundu Yanda Lama Dharme Junye Pela Lonjoya Sada Lamje Yonde Ramzoni Dorje Changa Nirdo